Hey, it's Cape at AppleIPhoneApps.com, and I'm excited to give you a first look at the SlingPlayer app, which launches tonight for $29.99 in the App Store. As you've heard by now by reading reviews on our site, the app is Wi-Fi only. It does not work over the 3G cellular network the way the SlingPlayer mobile app works on other devices. On the iPhone, it is Wi-Fi only. So while that's the bad news, let me take a minute to talk about the good news of the app, which is a great UI. The SlingPlayer mobile app works very nice on the iPhone. It's a very smooth experience, much nicer than I've ever experienced on any other mobile device before. So you'll see here, I've clicked on the app. It finds my Sling box. I can be anywhere I have a Wi-Fi connection to connect directly to my home TV. So right now I'm watching a television show that's on my home TV, and if I want to change the channel, there's different ways to do that. I simply click and it brings up many different options. So the first way I'll show you is using the favorites. So the favorites, as I've set up before, the main stations I watch. I can go ahead and I can just drag my finger to select to see through all my different favorites. You can set up as many favorites as you want. So for example, if I want to watch HBO, I simply click on it, and after a few seconds of buffering, it will launch it'll launch HBO, so I can watch that. So you'll see here it's finding HBO for me, and it shows me right now that we have a show called Brave New Voices, and you'll see here that it works, and it looks like it's either just ending or just starting up, but a very smooth experience. I can go ahead and I can click again. I can go back to my program guide, and the great thing that SlingPlayer did is they've dealt with the fact that the iPhone doesn't have any buttons. What they've done is they've overlaid a translucent keyboard over my screen that gives me buttons. So for example, if I go down one, I can go to the next channel down. And if for even more convenience, if I want to go down, 3 more, I can simply hold the down arrow, says ×1, ×2, ×3, then I let go, and it jumps right to that station for a faster experience. Once I find the show that I want, simply tap the middle button, and it will connect me right to that program. So again, great UI, lets me go right where I want to go quickly and conveniently. And let me show you now also I can access, of course, you can access your DVR. That's a separate module. You click on it, then the DVR menu will pop up. It looks like here it's taking a second to optimize. It does that from time to time. But once you're on a TV show, it usually does not have to buffer as long as your Wi-Fi connection is strong. So here I'll go into my recordings, and it will show me the different recordings that I have. So I know I have a recording of Lost from yesterday, so I'll go ahead and select down to go to Lost. And once it's highlighted, I go ahead and select it, and it'll connect me right to my show Lost. So you can see it's very convenient, very easy to use. I can access my favorites, access my DVR. Again, very easy to use. The final thing that I want to show is if you don't even want to deal with the remote controls at all, they have some pretty intuitive swipe gestures that will work without even bringing up the keyboards at all. So once the show's starting, I'm going to wait for Lost to optimize and wait for it to start before I show you this. So here I'm watching Lost now. Now if I want to change the channel, if I want to go to my next favorite, simply swipe to the right or the left will bring me to my next favorite, which happens to be NBC, and then it will go right to that. And once I go over to NBC, it's optimizing, I can go ahead and it shows deal or no deal right now. If I want to go ahead and go to the next channel up or channel down, I can swipe up or down. So let me go ahead and swipe down, and it'll take me to the next channel down. As you can see, very easy to use, very intuitive UI. You do have to wait for it to buffer when you do change channels, but it is very quick. And like I said, once you find a show you want and you're happy with the show that you're watching, you can stay on that show, and very rarely does it have to stop and optimize for you again. So here I just switched to new channel. It's going to get up to 100%, and now you can see that it'll usually play error-free for the length of the program. So again, SlingPlayer mobile app in the App Store tonight, $29.99, Wi-Fi only. We hope you enjoy it, and once again, this is Capin with AppleIPhoneApps.com.